Alright, welcome back to the tutorial. So in the previous one, we were able to get it so that we could move items back and forth, but we still can't do an actual swap where you have a currently chosen item in each container. So we're going to work on that external event today. So let's bring that external event up. We've got inventory swap right here, and let's associate it with the basic kingdom room and add an empty event. Now, we do need a way in this code and a way out, right? And if we look at Inventory Manager, we already set up a way into this code. If you look at the bottom here, right there, right? iManager.inventory_swap set to 1. So we can just set this to 1. There it is. Set that to 1. And as always, let's make sure we have a way out of this code as well by setting it now to 0. All right, great. Now we can also copy and paste something from our inventory move, and that's this section here. We know we want to run an inventory check and a chest inventory check, and we want to zero out the current choices. So let's go ahead and copy that, and let's paste it in here. And now we can get rid of this because we don't need inventory move anymore. And we can start getting going with our coding. Let's get a subcondition, and let's place it underneath here. And let's take another look at our preview for a second, and let's think about this logically. So let's say I want to swap this item, sorry, let's use this one instead, Bow Obstructor with this item. All right, so how's this going to look? I want to say something along the lines of, let's take the value of bobinventory.5, right? The item ID is going to equal the chestinventory.1.2 for the second slot item ID. So there we go. We just moved the item ID into here, right? Which is 1 currently because it's a basic sword. Now what happens when we try to say, okay, now take chestinventory.1.2 and let it equal bobinventory.5. Do you see what happened? What went wrong? The basic sword that we moved over here just ended up right back here because you had already changed the value of this one. So how do we fix this? We need temporary variables that can hold the value of the items here, of item ID and item count, so that we can use those temporary variables to move into our chest inventory slot. And we don't need to worry about isFilled with a swap, right? Because the isFilled value stays at 1 for both. So where should we add and how should we add our variables here? Again, you want to think about scope of variables. These do not need to be seen by the entire program. So we can make these local. So we'll do common actions for all objects, variables, object of a variable inventory container. We're going to call this one temp item ID, and we're going to set it equal to, and hopefully you're starting to get more comfortable with these expressions. We want to set it equal to the current choice item ID from Bob's inventory. So it's global variable Bob inventory, and then here comes our expression. We begin our expression with open bracket, global variable, now string, because even though we're reading this as a value, which is why it's just global variable here, it wants to read this as a string, as just text. So global variable string, and that's iManager dot current choice, not the chest current choice, but the current choice of Bob's inventory. And then that's dot item ID, close bracket, current choice, sorry, close bracket, item ID, close parenthesis. All right. Let's hit OK. And now let's go ahead and let's copy this and paste it and change this to item sepament? No, item count. Okay, item count. All right, now we have the item ID and the item count from Bob's inventory, the current choice of it, in these temporary variables, which means now we can overwrite the actual values of Bob's current inventory choice. And we're going to do that here by saying set Bob inventory. It actually doesn't matter. We have to add an expression here anyway. So it's Bob inventory expression global variable string iManager dot current choice, again because it's Bob's inventory, that's why it's current choice and not chest current choice, close bracket. So we've got one bracket, one parenthesis, one parenthesis. All right. And what is that going to equal? Well, here's where we're going to start to have some fun. It's going to equal actually two expressions in one value. It's going to equal the global variable value of chest inventory. Now, we don't always know what page we're going to be on, so we've got to use an expression to input the current page. So open expression, open bracket. It's going to be global variable string iManager.currentPage, close parenthesis, close bracket. Now we need another expression for the slot, so it's global variable string iManager.chestCurrentChoice, close bracket, dot item ID, close parenthesis. Whew. So variable for the current page number, variable for the current slot. All right, let's copy this, paste it, and let's just change this to item count, and change this to item count. All right, now we've got to fill the chest here. So I'm going to add another sub condition and place it underneath here, even though you don't have to. I'm going to do this for organization. Now we need to input the chest inventory with our temporary variables up here. So we're going to say chest inventory item ID. It's chest inventory global variable string iManager.chest current choice, close bracket. Let's get rid of this. We need a new expression here as well. That's global variable string iManager. No, I messed this up, sorry. Let's copy this, paste it here, get rid of the extra period there. This needs to be current page, and not just current page, just current page. Sorry. Whew. All right. Global variable string iManager dot chest current choice. That's right. Close the bracket here. Dot item ID. I believe that is correct. And now here's the easy part. We just need the local variable, and that is you take the object inventory container dot variable and then the name of your variable, which is temp item ID. Whew. All right. Let's copy and paste this. Change this to item count and change this to item count. And I think we've got ourselves a swap. Let's try it. All right, basic sword with health potion. Look at that, basic sword, health potion. What happens if we just do that? Does the right thing. If we do this, does the right thing. Bowel obstructor for health potion, yes please. There you go. What happens when we hit these buttons again? Nothing. All right, congratulations. We've got ourselves a pretty well conceived inventory managing system right now.
Okay, as I was playing around with this and testing it out, I did find one more bug that I just want to take care of. It's a really quick one. It has to do with when you delete an item and then try to move one over. See how it didn't show up here? That's because we never cleared the current choice in our delete external events. So open up the chest inventory delete and the regular inventory delete, and let's just add a quick event here. And for inventory delete, we're just going to say iManager.currentChoice equals 0. And then we can copy this whole thing here. Go to chest inventory delete, paste it. Where did it go? Let's move this up. And this becomes chest current choice equals 0 in our chest inventory delete. Now when we run our preview, we have a perfectly functioning inventory container and chest inventory container. We can now delete this item, move the next one over, swap these out, delete that one, move, it's all good. All right.